All right, here we go. Speaker view, pin my video. All right, looking good. All right, hello everybody. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for coming. My name is Coach Ju. I have been doing this wonderful, lovely business for 7 years now. I've had the privilege of getting started before you, right? But that doesn't matter because in Atomy, there is an income ceiling. So therefore, we will all be able to meet at the top. That's one of the things that we always love to say. I'll meet you at the top. But that is literally something that can happen in this company because our compensation plan is created where even the individuals who are starting later can surpass you. And at the same time, even if you've been doing the business like I have for a longer period of time, I can't really go much further because the income cap will take place and we will be able to meet at the top. So Atomy has this philosophy of wanting to build many leaders, right? Many top earners rather than having a few superstars at the top, right? So what I mean by that is a lot of companies have the compensation plan structured where you're continuing to build income via percentage of downline, percentage of company growth. But in Atomy, that's not what we do. What we do is we cap it at around $50,000 to $100,000 a month. And CEO Park, the founder of our company, his philosophy is this. He says, you know, if you already have your big ticket items like a house and your car, things like that, $50,000 to $100,000 a month is plenty of money to do what you desire to do, right? Because we can only eat 3 meals a day, maybe more, but you know, you can't eat 10, 20, 30 meals a day, and you can only wear so many clothes a day, right? So his philosophy is, let's try to make lots of individuals successful. So as I get started in this lecture, I want to touch upon 3 different points. The first one, I want to touch upon a little bit about my backstory, and then a company introduction, products, and the compensation plan. So any questions you have, please do hold them until the end and I will answer them for you. So let us get started. In the presentation that I wanted to present today, I just wanted to touch upon these facts, right? The psychological aspects of motivation and inspiration that brings you forward, that propels you forward. So as an individual who desires to grow, I believe that every individual needs to have a dream or a goal. Without these things, you know, we are just walking in circles, right? We need to have a point A to B where we want to get to, what we want, and we need to write those down. So in Atomy, what do we satisfy? What are we able to do? I believe that true success comes to an individual when they are able to do the things that they love to do, / are able to do things for individuals that they love, right? So that's one of the key aspects of success that I see as very valuable. For example, if I have children and I really want them to get a better education, then success in terms of monetary capital success, I will be able to send them to a better school, get them better tutoring, things of that nature. If I have parents who are ill, who are sick, then I'll be able to provide them with better health, better doctor visits, and so on. And all these things are tied together with money, right? So we're going to have to make money somehow, but what are the avenues that we can take to make money? And so we have to make those choices, right? So what are you desiring to do? And how are you going to get to that desired point, right? So is it going to be a 9-to-5 job? Is it going to be a business? So how are you going to get there, right? So that's the question that we need to ask ourselves. So you must make that choice. You know, are you going to do the 9-to-5? Are you going to do your own business? Or are you going to do another network marketing company? Are you going to do a direct selling company? Are you going to do an e-commerce company? Whatever it is. Now, these decisions are dependent on your ability, right? So that's something that we do need to understand and tackle before going to the next stage. So what limits you in terms of being able to do a 9-to-5 or a high paying salary or a lower paying salary or a business? It is your ability, right? For example, if you have an Ivy League status and you have high specs, then it will be easier for you to get a high paying salary, right? I would agree so, rather than somebody who is only a high school graduate without a university degree or a master's or a doctorate, right? So you are limited to your ability per se, right? So that is what gets you in the door. So let's say that that's not the track that you want to do. You don't care about working for somebody. You want to work for yourself. Okay, that's fine. So how are you going to work for yourself then? What abilities and skills do you have to start your own business? Okay, do you have enough capital to start your own fish and chips, right? Do you have enough capital to start your own online finance, building, planning business? What do you have? Do you have enough money to be to go into stocks, to go into real estate? So these things that you have to answer. Now, the answer to most is no, right? The average individual lacks the ability to start their own business because A, they lack business skills, B, they lack capital. So these two things are very important in starting your own business. That's why network marketing has become so popular, right? Especially in this situation with COVID, where individuals are staying at home, working from home, working remotely. They see this business as a great opportunity to start an e-commerce business, because technically that is what it is. So when we think about these things, we have to understand, what exactly are we doing? Okay. What exactly are you doing? When you say you want to participate in an online business, what exactly does that mean? What does it mean to participate in an online business? Okay. What does it mean to participate in an e-commerce business? What is affiliated marketing? What is drop shipping? What are these avenues of income? Okay. So I'm going to break it down to you very simply. Okay. Any business in the world requires a consumer. Someone must consume a product or a service in order for you to get paid. Okay. So the question is, your business that you're participating in, what product or what service do they provide? Okay. So what I wanted to do when I started this business, before starting this business, I wanted to do a business that I was going to be able to make an impact in terms of creating many consumers. So I wanted my target market to be everyone. Okay. And Atomy has been able to target market everybody. Why? Because we sell everyday necessities. So what's the product philosophy of Atomy? So I'm going to touch upon this and then we're going to jump to the next slide. Okay. Prestige strategy. What does that mean? Mass. Okay. The masses. Okay. Tige is for prestige, right? So we put these two words together as prestige strategy. So in order for you to have a very successful business, you need to be able to target market everybody. So how do you do that? Very simple question. Did you brush your teeth today? Everybody, I hope so. I hope you did. I think it's mid-afternoon over there. I hope you brushed your teeth. Now, did you brush your teeth because you wanted to or you had to? I hope both, but you have to brush your teeth if you want to keep your teeth. So what did you use to brush your teeth? A toothbrush and a toothpaste. Very simple. So now the question to you is, where do you buy your toothbrush and toothpaste? Everybody's going to buy it at a local supermarket, box office, wherever it is. You're going to go to the store, pick up your toothbrush, toothpaste, give them cash, give them credit, whatever it is, and then you're going to go home with your product, right? So what Atomy essentially is saying is, let's change the way that consumers shop, and let's change the way that we pay people out by providing everyday necessities at the price that you would be paying anyways locally, okay? But providing you with a higher quality, okay, and a better price, and giving you something called points. Okay, it's called cashback. We already know what cashback is with credit cards, right? 3% cashback, 5% cashback, so on and so forth. But this is a different concept, a much better concept. So Atomy has been able to build the business model with individuals who would use everyday necessities anyways by simply switching product. Now, that sounds simple enough, right? That sounds simple enough, but it's not that simple, right? Why? You've heard of other companies, right? There are other companies who sell everyday necessities like Amway and so on and so forth. But the question is, are their products ones that can be targeted for everybody, right? Or most, right? Because not everybody's going to be able to afford certain products, and not everybody's going to need certain products, okay? There's a difference in need, and there's a difference in want, and there's a difference in terms of what is reasonably priced in terms of each country, because the GDP is different and salaries are different. But in Atomy, we have created our products in a way where majority of everybody within any country should be able to consume those items at a very competitive price, because our products are of equal price as all the other products, bare minimum, right? But higher in quality. So we marry these two terms together, okay? Now next, okay, there are hundreds of products that I would like to share with you. So just simply put, these are the products that you'll be able to see on our websites. So these are pomegranate, yos for the bed, essential foundations, creams, dog food, coconut water, air purifier, shirts. I have the Atomy white shirt on right now, right? All these different products. At the same time, you have all these health foods, right? We have Slim Body Shakes, we have Kids Chewable, multivitamins. All these products that you see are very, very reasonably priced. I'm not going to be able to go over all the prices, but you can go online and you'll be able to see. For example, let's look at our omega-3. Okay, our omega-3 for 180 little tabs, right? They're tiny little tabs. So it's a 3-month supply for only $19.20. Okay, so it's going to be less than $20, okay, for a 3-month supply, and it is 6,400 PV. Okay, so whenever you see this price, you'll be amazed at the quality, of course, the EPH and the DHA, everything is fine, okay, and it even has a little vitamin E inside it. That's why it's called Atomy Alaska E omega-3, right? So I'll be able to go over more details like that later on, but all these products here are available. Eye routine for the eyes, calcium, spirulina, everybody loves this, right? So it's from Hawaii, but all these products you'll be able to see. Now, these aren't the products that we're limited to. Atomy also has more products, like what? Like this, the Ajama. So we have popular accommodations, meaning that you're actually able to rent hotels and get PV. You're able to rent cars and get PV. You're able to go on tourist destinations and get PV. And at the same time, you can get seasonal products. You can get Merry Christmas, right? You can get trees and ornaments, and you can get everyday necessities, You can get camera goods, everything, literally everything that you can possibly imagine, they sell. So it is literally an Amazon. But the difference is you can build a network, and your network, as they purchase, creates PV and therefore creates an income for you. So, even these carriers, right? So you can see the price here, $149 at 45,000 PV. So the PV is also very high. So all these items are available. So that's the product philosophy. And we even sell luxury goods like this, right? Gucci, right? Prada, and they also have PV. So many, many items. So imagine the possibilities, right? The possibilities are endless. So this is why Atomy has been able to create such a large following and has been able to create a lot of revenue. So in the last, in 2019, the FTC, the Fair Trade Commission in Korea, announced that about 4.3 billion was done within the network marketing or direct sales association within Korea. And guess how much Atomy did? Atomy did 1.3 billion in Korea, as you can see here, right? So we did 1.3 out of the 4.3 billion. So you see how big the market is, right? We are literally consuming the market here in Korea. And we're able to do that because of our products that I just showed you. And not just the products that we're now recognized for, but the company is now recognized worldwide. So CEO Park, these are some of the press releases. He was in Forbes, Fortune, and so on in Korea. And he is also, Chairman Park is also the CEO. He's part of the CEO Council of WFDSA, right? So this is a very big deal, right? So the top leaders, top individuals in the country, right? These companies are part of the WFDSA. So Amway, Herbalife, and so on. And Atomy is now on the roadmap, right? So until now, nobody has really heard of Atomy, right? You've heard of all these other companies, but you haven't heard of Atomy because it's just this little tiny company in Korea, in Asia. But now we're making huge ripples all over the world. And last year we were number 11. Can you believe that? We were number 11. And this year we're going to be doing about 1.7, 1.9 billion dollars. So we should be about 8th or 9th place. We're going to be in the top 10 now. And then with India and China growing at the pace that is growing, look at the top 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all 4.9, 4.7, 4.2, 3.6, right? We're going to be able to jump here probably to the top 5 here within the next few years, no problem. And I guarantee you we'll become the top 3 here soon. So before that happens, it's very important for you all to get in on this, to share this information, because soon enough, everybody will know Atomy and everybody will want to join Atomy and do the business. And even in the end, Atomy's business model works, and I'm going to show you why here soon. So now let's go to the product philosophy of Atomy. So you'll be able to tell how principle-centered CEO Park is by simply this product increase. Okay, so let's check this out. So when we first started the business, our skincare only had 5 different products inside of it: the toner, the eye cream, the essence, the lotion, and the nutrition cream. These 5. And then following, as the company grew, CEO Park increased. Okay, he increased the product to 6 different products and increased the actual size of the products, right? So the toner went from 125 to 135. The eye cream went from 30 to 33, okay? And he never increased the price, okay? The price of the item was the same, okay? So that speaks volumes. And then next, we upgraded again, and then we upgraded it again, and then we upgraded it again. And then at the end, when we upgraded again, we increased the toner from, again, 135 to 150, eye cream from 33 to 40, okay? This is the kind of product philosophy and principle-centered marketing that CEO Park does. Now, with the Hemohim, it's the same thing. In Hemohim, when we first started our Hemohim, there were only 30 satchels here, okay? There was only 30. We increased it to 48, to 54, to now 60, okay? So from 30 to 60, that's literally doubling, right? And did we increase the price? No, the price has been the same. This is why Atomy works, okay? We are customer focused and we know what the customers need, want, and CEO Park does not have this mindset of wanting to take more, but rather he wants to give more. So I spoke to him the other day. I was with him this weekend, right? We went to the ranch and we rode horses. But even while speaking to him, he says, I don't need to make any more money. There's no need for me to make any more money. I have enough money to live for the rest of my life, right? Because he's a billionaire. But the desire for him is simple, is to allow other individuals the opportunity, right, to build their way out of financial debt and to build their way out of the financial situation they're in to get to the next tier. It's like a ladder. He wants to give us a ladder. So what's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is to create a business for us to do, at the same time, create products that are going to be products that can be consumed by the masses and continue to be consumed even though you won't make any money in terms of commission from those items, right? The product has to be so good and so well priced, and the quality has to be something that is competitive with all the other products that your consumer will want to still consume the item even without ever making money from Atomy, okay? So in Atomy, our consumer base is 97%. And around 3% of individuals within Atomy are actually business owners, business individuals who build the business. Everybody else, they're just consumers. They don't even care about the commissions that you can get from Atomy. Next, what we do while we have been able to grow to $1 billion company is because we are doing what we call GSGS. Global Distribution Strategy of Atomy is global sourcing and global sales. So what does that mean, global sourcing, global sales? That means that we are able to distribute products from whichever location that we're in around the world. So we can actually create the best products for individuals all over the world. So our raw cane sugar is from Colombia. Okay, amazing product. We sell it all over the world, and it is made there. We can get avocado oil from Mexico. We get our peppers from Cambodia. So, you know, there are different products all over our website that we use in different locations. So in India, UK, and so on, whatever we can get and source from there, we'll distribute it all over. So what does that do for the economy in that country then? It also boosts the economy in that country. So that is what we want. We want to make sure that we are helping every single individual that we can in that country as a business and a consumer, and at the same time, the economy by helping those companies who are creating and building those products to sell to us and all around the world. So that is how that works. And our compensation plan that I want to touch upon is a very, very, very basic system. Okay. The compensation plan can be explained in literally 3 minutes. Okay? It's very simple. But now I'm going to jump to the business side. Okay. So until now, I've been speaking to you all about the consumer side. Okay. A very good business can only be created when you have a business that is sustainable. Okay. Without the ability to sustain a business, it is impossible to continue to have longevity or growth within that company. Okay. So you need to be able to build a business that is long lasting. Okay. So how do you do that then? Okay. You do that with the products that I explained to you. Okay. You do that with the Aja Mall, the hundreds of thousands of products that I already showed you. Okay. Now, the Atomy Hub, as we see now, is not in full fruition, okay? We're still building, okay? The Aja Mall has just launched in Korea, and as soon as each country reaches around 3.5 to 4 million members, they'll launch the Aja Mall in that country as well. And Atomy wants to become a hub where everything that you do will be through Atomy. Atomy already has a credit card in Korea, so everything that we buy through that credit card, we already get cash back. We're also going to start membership programs where we have all different restaurants all over Korea interconnected with our Atomy membership. So whenever a customer goes to eat there, they get PV, right? It's a win-win for everybody. So that's happening all over the world. Now, let's say that you want to do the business, okay? So you tell everybody these amazing things. Let's say that this was your sales pitch, okay? You just told everybody all these amazing things. And then the consumer says this one thing. He says, hey, I want you to become a member. And they say, all right, what's the catch? Right? That's what they'll say. So what's the catch then? What's the catch? And in other businesses, there usually is a catch, and it's a difficult hurdle to get over. And what's the catch? There is a registration fee or a monthly purchase requirement that you have to fulfill in order to get the commission from your downline. Well, in Atomy, there's no such thing. Okay? It's free, literally free. Okay? You can register as a member for free, and you can do the business as a member for free. Okay. Now, there are certain stipulations in different countries. For example, Russia, you must be an entity to do the business in Russia. You cannot be an individual. So therefore, you have to get a business license. But those things are because of the rules and regulations within that country, but not Atomy side. So in Atomy, it is free. Okay. There's no monthly joining purchase or anything like that. Okay. And at the same time, we distribute our wealth equally, meaning we are very principle centered, and we want to make sure that our consumers are getting the product at the fair price, and our business partners are building the business in terms of being able to create lifetime passive income. Okay. So let me touch upon these things very quickly. There is what we call active income, goes from A. Okay. And then there's something called passive income, right? So we're all familiar with our active income and passive income, right? So it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is what I like to say. So as you're at a 1, your active is 100%, right? You are 100% active in that business. Okay, so without you, you can't make money. So if you're an employee, it's a 100% active in income. Okay, what does that mean? You don't go to work, you get fired, you don't get money. Very simple, right? So 5, the scale here at 5 is 0. So when you're at this perfect 5, It's 100% passive income. So what's 100% passive income? Okay, it's like owning lots of stocks and getting paid dividends. Okay, you do nothing and you get a dividend. So if you have $5 million worth of stocks, then you get a nice chunk of change, right? So the question though is, how do you get to 5? You can't, you don't just one day wake up with $5 million worth of stocks, right? That'd be nice if we all could. But anything that is fully passive starts with active, right? Everything that is passive, you have to start with active. Okay, what do I mean by that? So in this business, okay, not just Atomy, let's think about even real estate, right? If you have an income of let's say $100,000 a year, okay, and for some amazing reason you can save all of it. Okay, let's say you can live off of 120. Let's say you get $10,000 a month. Okay, multiply it by 12, 120,000. Let's say that you can survive off of 20,000, and you can save the other 100,000. You multiply that now, okay, by 10 years, okay, and you'll get a nice chunk of change, right? You'll get $1 million. So with $1 million, what will you be able to do? You'll be able to buy property and get rent, right? Very simple. So you can get a mortgage, and you can, finance all the other properties and so on. But where do you get this $100,000? Okay. You have to work really hard, right? But where do you get this $100,000? So that's what I mean by inability in terms of capital. If you don't have the capital, you can't start the business, okay? Atomy, $0. Okay? But it becomes 100% your job, right, to create consumers, okay? But consumers are being able to create it in Atomy because why? The absolute quality and price. And then you can jump to number 2. Why? Why can you jump to number 2? 70%, 75% of your effort, because you can create auto consumers. Auto consumers are individuals who feel the need to purchase the product again because of the quality and price. It's not you bombarding them to buy. So it's your auto ship concept, okay? In network marketing, there's a auto ship concept to make auto consumers, but it's not a true auto consumership, because once they don't make money in the company, they'll cancel their auto ship, okay? But in Atomy, because of the quality and price, it's a natural auto ship that they choose to do. They choose to buy it, right? And that's how it should be, right? Whenever you go buy your milk and groceries, okay, whenever you go, does the place that you go shop at force you to buy one milk every week? Do they force you to buy, eggs and so on? No, you buy what you want when you want. That is an auto consumer. And that is the concept. You do that at that store because of the price and quality that you get. Okay. So Atomy is able to do that. Next, how do you get to 3? Okay. 50% of your effort building consumers, and it continues to build. Why? Because you get something called part-time partners, PPs, okay? Part-time partners are individuals who see the compensation plan and want to make an extra income from it, okay? And this continues to 4 and 5. So once you get to 4, you have full-time business partners who are making an income here. So they're continuing to do the number 1 and number 2 and number 3. And then you can get to the final stage of 5 because there is an income ceiling in Atomy. If there was no income ceiling, then you can never truly reach 5, because your downline wouldn't have a goal, wouldn't have a set finish line. So therefore, you're not going to be able to cut the ceiling. You're not going to be able to meet them at the top per se, right? So in Atomy, you can actually get to the perfect 5, because after I max out, my partner is going to max out, and everybody's going to max out. And therefore, since the consumers are going to continue to consume and my individuals are going to continue to manage, you'll actually be able to give this business to the next generation. Giving a business to the next generation has no meaning if the business will not be able to sustain itself, right? You have to think about these things, okay? Since we're leaders in this room, this is what I want to touch upon. Think about it. Let's say that you built a hospital and you give it to your son, who does not know how to manage a hospital, who's not a doctor, who cannot do any of these things. Giving him a hospital does nothing, right? The only way to really have passive income is getting money through stocks. That is the truly only thing that I can possibly think about that is truly passive. Not even real estate is passive. Real estate can't be passive. You have to have a manager, right? You have to do these things. But let's say that you have Atomy. Let's say that Jules and Rajesh, let's say that you guys are maxed out under me. And I call you one day and I say, listen, I want you to terminate your ID. I don't want you to do Atomy anymore. Will you say, okay, sure, let me terminate my $50,000 a month account? So sure. No, you'll never terminate your ID. But guess what? If I never terminate my ID and you never terminate your ID, I'm always going to get money. It's going to continue to grow because the fundamentals are there. Okay. So that's what I wanted to touch upon. So now let's look at the compensation plan. Okay. What is it? What is the compensation plan? Okay. So I'm going to make myself disappear real quick. So this is the compensation plan. Okay. There are two things. It's very simple. Okay. General commission. Okay. And a mastership bonus. This is all it is. You're here. Okay. And you have 300K, 700K, 1.5 million, and 2.4 million of personal PV that you can acquire. So what is this? This means that every time you buy a product under your name, you have PV, and that PV accumulates. Okay. One set of absolute skincare is 100K PV. Okay. So if you buy it 3 times, you're already at 300K PV. So why is this significant? This is very, very, very significant. Okay. So let's say that you built a very large network your first month, and your A and B line started to create 300K PV, and you also consume 300K PV. Okay, let's say that this is January, and February comes along. In other companies, what happens is even if you have this downline that's generating 300K PV, you're required to again consume 300K PV in February, or else you won't qualify for your downline that you created. But in Atomy, that's not the case. If you are at 300K, next month you are already at 300K, and you will forever be at 300K for the lifetime of the ID. In order to maintain your ID for a lifetime, so you have to buy one item a year, regardless of price. So if you are a true consumer, which I hope that you will be, then that won't be any issue, right? Because you'll need more than a toothbrush a year, right? So this is the meaning of no monthly purchase requirement, because other companies, you have to continue to purchase. So this amount increases greatly as your downline increases in other companies, because it's not just 300K, it's not just 3 boxes you have to buy. You have to buy 700K, 1.5 million, 2.4 million. But in Atomy, it accumulates all the way until you get to this number. Okay. And every time your downline creates 300K PV on its A and B line, you get around plus or minus $60, 700K PV plus or minus 120, and then 240, and then 360, 600, 1000, and then about 1200. Okay. So this is a guesstimated amount. Why we say plus or minus is because it is a global shared plan. Okay. It's a global shared plan, so it fluctuates a little bit. But this is the end, 50 million. Okay. So after 50 million PV, you cannot get paid anymore. Okay, so think about what I just said and how easy the compensation plan is. Okay, it's literally, this is all it is. There's no matching bonus. There's no direct sponsorship. There's nothing like that. So you are here, you have an A group and a B group. And as you build your A group and B group leaders, whatever they purchase, and whatever everybody else purchases, regardless of how many levels down, who registered them, whatever, you get 100% of everything, okay, of everything. So every time you get to 300K, you get paid. Every time you get to 700K, you get paid, all the way up to 50 million a day, okay, this graph here, okay, this graph here, you get paid. So Now, just think about that. This is a daily payout. Now, the Mastership bonus, all it is from the 1st to the 15th and 16th to the end of the month, 16th to the end of the month, it is just a accumulated total of your daily commission, okay, of your daily accumulated PV. So from the 1st to the 15th, okay, if you have a accumulated total of 2.5 million on your A and B, okay, 2.5 million, you automatically become what we call a sales master, okay? You automatically become a sales master, okay? That's it. And then you get another $400 to $500 bonus, okay? So that's how the masterships work. So let me show you. In Atomy, there are 7 masterships, okay? Okay. There is, the first one is a sales master, okay? And then a diamond master, and then a Sharon Rose master, and then a star master or royal master, a crown master, and an imperial master. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the sales master is what I just showed you. From the 1st to the 15th, if you accumulate on the A and B, okay, 2.5 million, 2.5 million, you are now a sales master. And if you do that again from the 16th to the end of the month, you are again a sales master. And if you want to become a diamond master, all it is 2 sales masters on one side and 2 sales masters on the other side, okay? So if you want to be a Sharon Rose master, it's always 2, 2. So 2 diamond masters creates 1 Sharon Rose master, okay? So diamond, diamond, and this person will have a sales, sales, and a sales, sales. So in order to increase in mastership like this, you just have to have 2 of the previous masterships on A and B line, and they can be on your inner here, anywhere. So anywhere, again, creates mastership. It doesn't have to be your direct, doesn't mean that you have to have registered that individual or anything of that nature. So this compensation plan is literally the simplest compensation plan in the world. You just add people, whatever they consume becomes your PPV, and then your mastership is just a accumulated total from the 1st to the 15th and the 16th to the end of the month. And those 2 accumulated totals, when they reach the mastership qualification, you automatically get paid, okay? So that's the compensation plan. It's very, very, very simple, okay? And I'm sure you may have some more questions regarding that, and whatever questions that you have, no problem, I'll be able to answer them for you, because like I stated, everything is just very, very to the point, okay? So I'm gonna share the screen real quick. So let's jump into our screen here. And all right, so here are some of the products. Let's just click here. I'm gonna scroll through it. So we have, these products just launched today. Some new lip balm and toner and moisturizer. And then we have some women's undergarments, our absolute synergies, right? The synergy ampoules. So we're scrolling down, let's click on all. Okay, so we'll see, you know, we got some shoes, detergents, cleansers, masks, lip foundation, so tons and tons of items, okay? And then the Ajah Mall that I showed you is right over here. You click this, and let's translate it to English real quick. And we have just countless categories. So what should we pick? Let's pick children. So yeah, so we just have all these diapers, and just, let's click number 9. So just endless products, okay? Oh, baby shark. I think if you have kids, you know what these are, right? All right, so, and then we can go on tours, Jeju tours, okay? Like I stated, you know, all these products, rental cars, so on. You can choose, you can click on rental cars, and then you can choose what date that you want and what products you want, and you know, there they are. You can get all these. So yeah, countless, and of course they all have PV. Okay, so let's click on some PV plus. So here's some items here. avocado oil. Okay, $38 at 12,430 PV. Okay, so all these items that you can see, it's all there. Okay, so lastly, I want to share with you the global website. And the global website, you can jump in over here. Let me share my screen real quick. So there's two things that I want to share with you real quick before ending this session. Okay, so once you get onto the website here, you'll be able to jump into the channel Atomy. And the channel Atomy is this wonderful tool that you'll be able to use to get all the information that you need. So let's click on, let's say USA. Okay, and click on Malaysia or any. Okay, so here are all the company introduction, ceremonies, and then if you click here, you can go into the product. So let's go to health, and you want to go on the omega-3 slides. Okay, oh, this one's the video. Okay, so this is the video. You can download the video to share the video. At the same time, you should be able to get the PowerPoint. Okay, let's go to the category again. We should be able to see product resources. Here it is. And then you can click on any of these. Let's go to organic oatmeal. Okay, and you can download the slides. Okay, so everything is just literally at your fingertips. All the products, videos, product slides, anything that you need, and it's in all these countries. Okay, so you can click on any country that you want. Next, I'm gonna go to the global Atomy website. And once you go to the global website here, this is where you can start registering all the different individuals around the world, okay? So if you click on About Atomy, it'll tell you literally the history of everything. When we opened, what country, all the information. Okay, so let's just say that you came here for the first time. You just click on the hub here, Atomy Hub, and then click Join, and then you'll be able to see all the different countries that you can join. So all these countries, let's say that you have a friend living in, let's say, Brazil, or let's click Spain. Okay, and then you just go to the website, and then you just go through these steps. Say I have a sponsor, and then you fill out all the information here. Okay, scroll down, agree to everything here. Okay, and you just put in the information and you're good to go, and then you can register your members. Okay, so the global website has everything here. And one more thing that I want to show you. Individuals have questions regarding how do I register certain countries, right? So certain countries, people don't know how to register, okay? And that's where you go here. You go to membership guide, okay? Click on membership guide, and then click on more. And then if you scroll down, it'll tell you each documentation that you need for each country. So here it is. So for India, you need a PAN card, okay? And you need the Aadhaar or passport or voter ID or driver's license. You need these two, okay? And they must be 21 years old or older in India, okay? So USA, what do you need? They need a social security number, last 4 digits. This is for payment purposes, you're gonna need to fill out a W-9 form, okay? For, let's say the Philippines, what do you need? The Philippines, you must be 18, a citizen, and you must have these documents. You must have a TIN card to get paid, right? Tax ID number, and or you need a BR, it's a BRIN, I don't know why it says BIR. It should be a BRIN number, right? Birth certificate number, okay? You should have one of those. So if you don't know, then you can just click on go to the video, and literally a video pops up, and it'll tell you how to register them. So everything is online, and you should be able to jump on anytime you want and get all your answers, okay? So I think I answered pretty much all the questions needed within our 45-hour time. So I hope that this has been helpful, and any other questions that you have, I will answer for you. So thank you very much.